We don't talk say all people for Ambazonia, all people for Bamenda, all people for Southwest, we are no fighter them. As soon as some policies start way, it did bring down with people they away, it did take with people they from their economic strength position. All the solution is to show them to La Republic. I don't want to say at some point you need to use the enemy to fight the enemies. And the enemies in this struggle are these groups, A of C, those are the enemies, public enemies. So more than all of our waste with the energy, we just continue from the place where we continue. What's that Efang there? Where is Efang? Now only so we make sure the Efang go. All the solution will just advise with population, just show the fighters whether now one way hide to inside which kind of bush, just tell a caliber where they are, so that we can take out these people from the map and get some small clear head for persecute this struggle.
Greetings, Comrade Mume. This is Henry Kone, aka Grand Shalom. At least we agree on this point. Comrade Mume, one thing we all understand progressively with this our Ambazonian revolution, I say we get groups in the revolution where them they work in the revolution and for the revolution. And we get groups in the revolution where them they work for the enemy and not for the revolution. Agofsi and PRAP, they be groups in the revolution not working for the revolution. Agofsi and PRAP, they be groups in the revolution not working for the revolution. Make I expatiate. If you look at all the policies of the Agofsi, that's something where it would turn our people against us, or that's something where it will ask our people to do something where it will put them in harm's way. Yes, something where it will put our people in harm's way. That is not the way forward. That is not the way forward. You should be working to do things that will save your people, things that will help your people, and not things that will put them in harm's way. They start with Brazarism. Kill people them because of Brazarism. It not foster the revolution in any way. They move to number plates, Semang number plates. It caused deaths of people in the revolution. They could not foster it, and it has not taken the revolution anywhere. You go to the southwest region called Southern Zone, the Semang plates are used everywhere. Drivers drive from all angles. I mentioned the Southern Zone because that is where I go, and I have people there who give information on daily basis. Likewise, in the northern zone, in the urban towns, the Semang plate is still circulating. They left from there, they entered a certain Frog Must Go, which is a type of xenophobic idea. People were killed, but the hoodlums live abroad. They don't care about the blood that is spilling at home. The one thing they fail to understand is that when you support something, you are committing a crime either by commission or by omission or by proxy. The Agofsi don't turn out to be a cult in this revolution, where once you enter inside the Agofsi, you lost focus, you lost sense of being, you lost human nature. When I see this guy we call himself barrister, Tumasang barrister, I think say he for be stripped of that title of barrister. It's a shame to those of us who studied law. It's a shame because I can't call barrister Tumasang a learned colleague. I cannot call him a learned colleague. It's a shame. Honestly, Barrister Thomason should buy the first taxi and hand it to his cousin or his brother to drive from City Chemist to Missingen Junction, just like Don Pacho proposed. Let Ayabacho running his mouth like somebody, when you just throw knockout around him, he will collapse. Buy the first taxi, paint it into blue and white, give it to his brother. Let Sheikh Harvey, my own friend and brother, buy the first taxi. I don't know what is becoming of Sheikh Harvey, whom I thought was a human being, and give it to a brother to drive in the city of Bamenda. Let Jesse, who was a human being, who has become a monster, supporting evil in the land, buy his own taxi, give it to his cousin. Let them do a convoy to parade the taxis in Bamenda and Boya, so that citizens will see that they drove freely around the town and they can emulate them and also change their taxes to that same color. But if they don't do this, let them stay quiet, because the time is coming where I vehemently think that people should start falling in the diaspora for chaos to stop on the ground, because they are all in their comfort zones. All these idiots making all this noise about turning taxis into blue and white, where they have no alternative protection for the people who will turn their taxis into blue and white, are all in the diaspora, in their comfort zones, dining and enjoying on the blood of Ambazonians. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. End we comment.
Dr. Amba. Over there are taxis in Oslo. Black in color, white. There's no particular color that that a taxi must be painted with. As I said in my last outing, this a true soup color called yellow. It's not some standard acceptable international taxi color.
Courage. Amba, we are coming. Mula, big smoke. We there, it's okay. Mula, big smoke, it's okay. Yes. The master commando. Man.
Guys, this flyer that is supposedly put up by the taxis union or the taxi drivers union, if true, is telling us something. And what is it telling us? It is basically telling us that we need to get our act together. We also need to make a distinction between the true Ambazonian fighters and those that are going contrary to the revolution. The AGOVC have already made it clear that all taxis, which are not colored black and blue or whatever they call it, will be burnt. We already know who the culprits are. They are the AGOVC. So those who are in touch with those supposed taxi drivers union need to talk to them and let them know that they need to make a clear distinction. They cannot be putting out a blanket statement like that, because if they do, then they're calling for blood. If they start targeting all Ambazonian fighters, they themselves are not safe. They also need to remember that the Ambazonian fighters do not live out in the open. They are guerrilla fighters, which means that they live in the shadows. The taxi drivers, are out there in the open. So if they start targeting all Ambazonian fighters, that means that they're playing into the hands of the enemy, and they're also playing into the hands of the proxy forces of the enemy. So that pamphlet they need to go back and redo that pamphlet. Make sure that they make a distinction. You cannot put out a blanket announcement like that, putting everybody into one pot. Not all the Ambazonian fighters are responsible for the burning of those taxis. It is a different fighting group, which is the AGOVC and the ADF. It is Ayabacho's group that is responsible for that. And those taxi drivers need to have the guts and the balls to put that in writing, because if they don't and they continue to classify everybody, then it's going to be bloody. And they are the ones who are going to suffer the most, because they are visible out there in public. They are going to arouse the venom of all the other Ambazonian fighters. So they need to be very careful when they put out such publications. You cannot be putting out statements like that in anger. You have to, have a cool head when you're writing such statements. Portraying every Ambazonian fighter who is a freedom fighter as a terrorist, it's not going to bode well for them. So they need to be very careful. Well, the good thing is that number, they have a number there, 237, whatever it is. Somebody needs to call them and try to put some sense into their head. Maybe they can go back and edit or add, something in it. They cannot be putting all Ambazonian fighters into one bucket. They are not. There is a clear distinction between or amongst the fighters. You have those of the ADF that is being led by Ayabacho Lucas in Norway, who are the ones committing the atrocities. The illegal tax collection and now the changing of the colors of their taxes, which most of us, the majority of us, 99.99% of us, do not agree with that policy. So they need to target the ADF and the AGOVC of Ayabacho, not all the fighters. Because if they don't and they continue or they want to go ahead and target all the fighters, they themselves, terrible things will happen to them. So they need to remember that they are the ones who are visible to the public. The Ambazonian fighters are not visible. So they need to be very tactful. Again, this is Uncle Vince, and anybody who listened to this message and they have a direct connection with those taxi driver unions, they need to call them and have them go back and revisit that pamphlet. It is wrong.
Yeah, Uncle Vince, I think I have got all what you have said, but I would equally like to create your indulgence to understand that the taxi drivers will not know whether the fighter that has burnt their vehicle is from Gulf C or from Gulf C ADF or the IRF fighters. They cannot, because there is nothing on their faces. They don't have a uniform. They don't have any material. They don't have any plaque, any signboard, any sign on them when they come out to operate, that the taxi drivers will know that this one that is burning my taxi is either from the IRF or from the Gulf C ADF. They don't. So we cannot equally tell them to go back and arrange their document to put it in a way that they will know that it is Ayabacho. It is now left for the frontline leaders to come out and call Ayabacho to order. You people at the diaspora, the frontline leaders, should not be pretending and doing a lot of unorthodox things, why the whole weight, the whole calamity comes down to ground zero. We won't accept it. We won't accept it. The rope has been too long. We will cut it any moment. We will cut it. You people have refused at the diaspora, the frontline leaders, to come together or to collaborate. If they cannot come together and choose one single person that will talk on behalf of the Ambazonians, if they cannot collaborate, if you bring up a strategy that they should change the colors of the taxis in British Southern Cameroon, which I would like to call like that, not Ambazonia, then it should be something that should be agreed upon. Not that frontline leaders, who are about 240 of them in the diaspora, anybody will just sit and imposes anything on ground zero. We will not stomach that rubbish. We won't. There is a moment that if you people joke, the whole thing will collapse. You people are stretching your hands too far in the annals of an elephant. I mean, too far in the annals of an elephant. You don't think you can just do anything, bring any rubbish strategy and impose it or imposes it on ground zero. You don't do that. Is ground zero a cassava farm? Is it a German farm where people think they can just walk inside at any time and do anything under the pretext that they are fighting the enemy? How important is that strategy? How important, how valuable is that strategy of changing the color of a taxi to the struggle? What has it got to do on the desk of United Nations? What has the issue of changing the color of the taxi got to do at the decks of the European Union, at the decks of AU? Because these are bodies that we are crying, thinking that they can stretch their hands and help us. But when they sit and see us destroying ourselves, are we really people? What is wrong with you people over there? Are you people cursed? Have I not told you people that you have a way to come out from the hands of the 4 people that are disturbing this struggle? Have I not given you people a good strategy? If you people cannot use a strategy, you people should stay quiet. When you come out and say the people have made a general statement, you want the drivers union and the taxi driver to say that what? Do they know when the fighters are on the ground? What is there to differentiate that this one is EGOFC, ADF of Ayabacho? What is there to show? The guns are they are carrying. Is it not AK-7? Is AK-47 different from another one? Then they dress and call themselves Chang Boys. So Chang Boys of Ayabacho and Chang Boys of the ARF. What is the difference in between them? I think what you have said makes no. I think it has nothing to do with that plaque. Whether it's a plaque, whether it's a paper or a document that has been written. I've not even seen it. I've just stumbled on your voice, and I'm already complaining because it's not correct. You want them to say that what? You want them to go back and take the pamphlet or the whether you call it what and change it and say that Yabacho's people can they, if they put all the fighters down and ask even you, Vince, Uncle Vince, that go now and show who is who. Will you know? Most of you over there, have you ever seen the fighters? Do you know them? Pastor, you people need to be very careful. You people have to be very careful the way you dabble with the lives of we on the ground. This is just pure rubbish. There is nothing. I think the right out is correct. If they say that fighters, Ambazonian fighters are now destroying taxis in the town, they are right. They are right. So it is left for you people out there now to go among yourselves and correct the situation there, and not the guys. Not the guys. You want the taxi driver to say that what you are saying is politics, which is not correct. It's pure politics you are saying now. This propaganda. You are shifting it to Ayabacho's people. Yes. Which is true. I will not say that which can be true. Which is true is being done by the Ayabacho people. But our level of understanding in this forum, you don't compare it with taxi drivers. It is I and you in the forum now that knows that this thing has been done by Ayabacho's people on the ground. But the taxi drivers, they don't know who is who. They know that a gunman who is not a military man from La Republic is an Ambazonia fighter. Even the thieves who come out, those fake ones, when they commit any crime, all of us on ground zero know that they are Ambazonia fighters, because that's how they, when they come, that's how they portray themselves. And why all this? Because you refuse to collaborate. You people don't have a central pipe where you pipe out information for everybody. You people have made in such a way that Ayabacho has his own pipe where he pipes out his news. Marietta has his own pipe, he pipes out his news. Chris Anu, Sako, all these things only on ground zero. What crime have we committed? What have we done to you people? You people don't need to be very, very careful. I mean, very and double careful.
Lesson number one, my country people, talk to listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So, Ambazonians will thank our country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Nah, a born criminal way all through life, it don't define a perfect opportunity for a chaotic environment for you for strive with criminality, for breed criminality. And Ambazonian struggle don't give you that perfect platform where all through life, it don't the struggle for get them in order for you to exercise way it truly be. Because if not, me somebody really explain that for me how Ayabacho with the taxi painting taxi changing the color of taxis from yellow to blue and white is going to project Ambazonian control, or it will project Ambazonian sovereignty. So Ayabacho no say LRC CBDM uniform carry blue and white. Ayabacho no know that one. Ayabacho no say this, so La Republique they use that blue and white for their military. They call and say tenue clair. Why Ayabacho never stop La Republique military from using that particular uniform? Because so far, I listened to Julius Say just imagine say the French the French foreign minister or Pope Secretary General one visit Ambazonia and discover say all taxis them be painted in blue and white. It project Ambazonian control and sovereignty. Really? That way these people that they come, who they go receive them? Blue and white tenue clear, they know the day for that place. It change weighty. Which message that blue and white tenue the pass them? Why Ayabacho no start first for ban blue and white uniform for police the way they wear them? CBDM member the way they wear their uniform blue and white, they flop for Amanda all day, all night, all time. Why you not start from there? Why Ayabacho they parade the soldiers and with that LRC camouflage and way they wear them? Why you not change them for blue and white? As I been on earlier talk, Ayabacho the ADF the key people they say they violate ghost stands. Me Ayabacho just make taxi me being a state affair business. Or if you want to turn for parastatal company, they go happy. Make Tapang Ivo, Tumasam, make them buy taxis and register them, put up down the name that they control the ground. Make them make like a company in a business where they would make money. They paint them for blue and white. They give driver the way they be willing for driver. They would drive that taxi, they can't give them balance, they would use and take and invest in the struggle. Secondly, if they successfully do them, just like Comrade from the talking, it will solve with the headache for ghost town where they keep people and say people that they violate ghost town because ghost town day then for Monday. No taxi no go work. Since taxi na Ambazonia na Ayabacho the government with the control and since you na get control of Bamenda. It don't make no sense for say you want to me individual them go to change taxi where you get power for make the taxi maybe your own. Or except say Ayabacho want to say after they open that taxi they will seize the taxi them owner for you. Because even they still pay the taxi, the Monday go stand, the taxi they still worker. They don't have the struggle how. If they still pay the taxi for that white and blue, they still carry a killer, go show play with Amba boy and they kill him. They don't have how. Now just chaos. The man is a chaotic person. All through his life, he don't just find an environment for breed chaos. And that is exactly what he's doing. So it no matter. He doesn't really care about the people. Ayabacho no really, it no matter for you. Person we never even be toilet since we ever come up Ambazonia. I know even in my kitchen never ever repair them. What did they expect from such person? You just say Ayabacho be very happy, say for all through life, make them way get them and even picking the way they don't come back, they can't prosper for life passing. This is a perfect opportunity for him to destroy everybody so that they feel there for equal status. That's how criminal operates. Most of it now say it enrich himself for the struggle. So he does not care. He is not liberating the people. He's just a criminal. You know, Ayabacho is just a criminal. When you hear Ayabacho the talk, they quote the facts of Colombia. Now just to tell you the type of mindset where the guy get them. It does not matter to him whether who they cry or who is he not there. No, he not there for no way with the family. Some day do Ayabacho they still going no chop. Some day do Ayabacho they want to go supermarket. If the fear say they will stop you. No. So what did it really bother you? Nothing. That's why you see he decide for breed criminals and put up a down way where they take advantage too for the situation. For also exercise the real spirit way in them. Spirit of criminality. That is exactly what he's doing. When you see man where he policy them, be bend only policy the way they hurt the people them, then it tells you that he get different intention where Ambazonia they don't know because all those things only help La Republique du Cameroon. It doesn't help Ambazonia in any way. Money no there for run the struggle. It's a many people that they pay liberation tax.